Hi, I am Andy Sandberg, Artistic Director and CEO of the Hermitage Artist Retreat here after Hurricanes Helene and Milton took a beating on our campus. It was pretty bad after Helene. The sand was already 6 to 8 feet high. We did a lot of work. The 10 days between Helene and Milton, we did everything we could to salvage it. When we knew Milton was coming, we built up a huge seawall. All that sand and everything and water pushed back through the campus, and Minnesota Key is a disaster zone right now. I mean, all up and down the island, homes are ruined, businesses are destroyed. These buildings have been here well over 100 years, since 1907 and 1941 respectively, and they've never experienced anything like either of these storms. So we're walking across what is one of the environmental preserves, which almost sounds laughable to say as we're walking across a mound of sand and dying trees and plants, sadly. We're heading over toward our historic campus. That banyan tree, you can see it's sort of drying up and suffering there. That's kind of an iconic middle part of our campus. When I first got here and saw the damage, I had seen some photos in advance which were shocking, but it's worse in person, I gotta say. It's just, you get a sense of the depth. You realize you're walking eye level with roofs. You are in what has become essentially a full beach from our office performance space over to our historic campus. We're standing at a new height. You can see the road down there. The force, it's hard to imagine the force of the water and the sand that pushed all this through, that knocked these water cisterns over and blew out these boarded windows. This whole building was filled with sand. Those old pilings haven't been visible for probably, 4 decades from the photos I've seen. That's sort of old shoreline pilings. Those have been buried. None of us have ever seen them. Now there's a ton of them. This was the guest house that we call lovingly the pump house. That now has a whole open window facing the Gulf. So you might say ocean view, but that's making light of a rough time, and we gotta laugh when things are this rough, right? You got the Whitney house upstairs we gotta get into because the stairs were blown out, so we're still taking a look there. The Hermitage is a strong, resilient organization, but this is quite the undertaking, both in terms of emotionally, financially, physically. There's a lot to happen, but what I will say is we are determined to get the Hermitage back and operational as soon as we can. We are not going to bury our head in the sand. We are not going to wait around and hope something magically washes it back into place, because it's not. The reason these buildings and this property and this organization are what they are is because of the love of the team, the supporters, the artists, the donors. The outpouring of love and support from our artists and audiences has been overwhelming. The Hermitage is also so much more than our buildings. The Hermitage is over 800 world-class artists from all different disciplines. It is thousands and thousands of supporters and audiences who come throughout the year. It is a dedicated, hardworking staff, the best board in the world, and it is also changing the landscape of the artistic world. The work made here goes on to impact millions and millions of people, and that's not something we can just let go to waste, so we're gonna figure it out. We're looking at well upwards of $1 million in repairs and restorations, and we got to get to work. So if people want to support or learn more about what's going on, visit our website, hermitageartistretreat.org. And I just want to say thank you. I mean, the outcrying of love and support from neighbors, artists, donors, audiences, people all over the world. I've had people, major arts leaders from different worlds who haven't even been connected to the Hermitage saying, we understand how important this place is. How can we help? People in Sarasota and Minnesota Key in our region saying, I've never been there, but I know how special it is. The idea that this place isn't there doing what it's doing is killing me. How do we get you guys back up and running? So that's what we're focused on. This is Andy Sandberg, Artistic Director, CEO of the Hermitage. Thank you for your support. Hope you're all getting a little more sleep than any of us are right now.